Hey everyone, welcome to another opening range breakout video. We're looking at NASDAQ during the New York session in June, coming off of a 3R month in May, which puts us at 24R for the year. It's not too bad. I'm excited to finish up testing June so we can see how a full 6 months looks with this strategy. Speaking of the strategy, here's how we're approaching this iteration. We're looking for price to form a range over the first 15 minutes of our trading window. After that range is formed, we place stop orders at the tops and bottoms of the range. The stop loss is placed at the midline of the opening range for both orders. For this strategy, we're targeting a reward of 2R. We're going to cancel any unfilled orders at 11:30. And lastly, we're willing to take one trade per day in each direction. Let's jump right in. So on this first day, we have an entry going short. It ends up being a loss, but for anybody new, this at least will show you what the orders look like for the day. So yeah, we never get tagged in going long because we exit the position here, but we take this loss going short. So we just mark this out and then we move on to the next day. Okay. So we are going to have a long entry right here with our stop loss right there. And we go on to win this one right around here. So we'll mark this winner down. Just like that. And obviously you guys can see there's just no short entry, so I'm not going to mark that out. We're going to go on to the next day. Okay, so we have a little gap down and a short entry right here. Our stop loss being at the midline. We go to 2R. Looks like it's super tight. I'll probably err on the side of this actually being a loser, honestly. And for our purposes, I'm going to mark this as a loser. This is like the pip or points tight, even on futures. It's just not worth marking this. It's not worth banking on that as a winner when it comes to trading it live with things like spreads. So yeah, let's mark that as a loser for now. Okay, we have a breakout right here. A stop loss right there. And this ends up being another loss, it looks like. So we're actually just going to stop drawing it too emphatically. And then we're just going to move on to seeing what the long does. The stop loss right there. And this looks like it ends up being a double loser day, unfortunately. Those really suck, but it's all part of it. It's okay. Move on to the next day and see how we do. Let's speak of the double loser devil. Okay, just mark this off with the highlighter and move on to the next day. So we have a winner going long today. All right, that's pretty good. And go on to the next one. So this looks like we have one loser and then we never get filled going bearish. So we lose this one right away. And this bearish entry doesn't show up until outside of our trading window. So this is just one loss for the day. And that's okay. More often than not, this rule keeps us out of losers. So even if this ends up being a winner, that's totally fine. It keeps us out of way more losses than it puts us into winners. Okay, let's check out this day. Breakout right here. Stop loss goes here. So we take a loss here, unfortunately. And then we get a long entry over here, which looks like it probably loses as well. Yeah, definitely loses right there. Yeah, unfortunate, but it's okay. It's all part of the process, especially when you're trading a mechanical strategy. Get through the first half of the month here and see how we do. Okay, so this is a little unfortunate, but kind of part of the risk that we run with the tight stop loss is getting stopped out of some of these types of entries. So it's okay. We take our loss. If you guys check out the retest entry version of the ORB strategy, this is like a textbook winning day for that type of strategy. So we move on to the next day and see what we get with the breakout version though. And it looks like what we get, unfortunately, is a double loss. So this is not, the best month ever for this strategy. But it's okay. Just kind of all part of the process when you're running a mechanical strategy. There's definitely a lot we can do to kind of shore up some of the weaknesses of this strategy. Like applying a bias just kind of gets you out of a whole lot of bad entries. And applying a bias is as simple as using something like a Fibonacci or just looking at market structure on a higher time frame. So yeah, if you're interested in things like applying a bias, I would recommend going and checking out Artie's video on ORB that he did a few weeks back, maybe a month or two back actually, on his channel, The Moving Average. So maybe we'll try and throw a link in that in the description. So make sure you check that out. So we continue on to the last half of the month here and see what we can kind of scrape together in terms of clawing back at some of that deficit that we've created, unfortunately. So we have a long breakout here, and it looks like we do not get stopped out. So we take this winner and move on to the next day to look for another one. So this sucks whenever this happens, but you know, it's kind of part of it. And let's see what happens going long here. So yeah, this ends up being kind of a retest style entry that. So let's see what ends up happening when we go long here. I think, unfortunately, when we line up the stop loss, we just end up taking this loss right here. And if we don't there, we probably, yeah, we end up taking it over here anyway. So that's unfortunate, but it's kind of just part of how it works out. Go on to the next day and see what we get. Place our stop loss at the midline here with our breakout. Target 2R. And we win right there. So mark this off with the highlighter. Okay, no bearish entries, and we'll just move on to the next day. So we definitely have some winners mixed in with the losers. It's not perfect, you know, but I think we're clawing towards break even, honestly. So we have our breakout right after the range is formed. Set our stop loss at the midway point there. Target 2R. This is another one that's just super close, unfortunately. This ends up just being a loser. Okay. And then this breakout obviously happens after our trading window, so no long entry here for us. And even then, this wouldn't be a clean fill. So we take that loss and move on to the next day. No long, but we get a short that wins pretty quickly. So we mark that off with the highlighter and move on to the next day. Okay, so we break out right after the range is formed. Set our stop loss right at the midline. Target 2R. Very close. We definitely end up getting it here, which is nice. So we'll mark off this winner and then move on to the next day. So yeah, I think we're clawing closer and closer back towards break even for the month. But yeah, this may end up being a down month. We'll see. This loss doesn't help for sure. But we take it and we move on. This is another unfortunate one. Okay, so here's our short entry right here. That ends up losing right there. And we mark this loss off with the highlighter. Just make sure I marked off. Yes, it is loss with the highlighter also. Yep, we're good. I feel like it's tradition. I've got to check once per video to make sure I hit yesterday's loss with the highlighter. So we have one loss here. It looks like we maybe get a win here. Yeah, we get the 2R over here. It's unfortunate after going most of the way, you're going to hit drawdown there, but it's part of it. So we also have to mark out the loss that we take here as well. Okay, we move on to the next day. Looks like we have another bullish breakout. Stop loss at the halfway line. Take profit at 2. And mark off the win with the highlighter. Okay. Not bad. We're scraping back. We check out the next day. Ends up being the last day of the month, I think. Yep. And the last day of the month ends up giving us a loss. But it's okay. All right. Okay, all right, let's zoom out and see how we ended up doing on the month. And I want to double check. I kind of get this feeling that I had another day where I might have had 2 positions that I didn't mark out both positions. So I want to keep my eye out for that. Just make sure that I'm keeping myself honest with the backtesting, forward testing process. So we're up here on the 15-minute chart just to make that tallying process that much little bit easier. And we're going to try counting it up a different way this month. So here is the last day of May. So we're going to hop into June, and we're just going to count all the losers first. So right here, this is the first one on June. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This was the 15. 16, 17, 18, 19. So we have 19 losers. And now let's count out the winners. Here is that last day of May. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This was 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 winners and 19 losers. So not a great month for the breakout version of the strategy. Obviously, we're going 16 up and 19 down, leaving us with minus 3R on the month, which ends up putting us at 21R for the year so far. So that's 21R for the first 6 months of the strategy, which really isn't that bad, honestly. I think I mentioned it earlier in this video. If I didn't, if you're interested in taking this one step beyond the mechanical version and looking at doing things like adding a bias or using the Fibonacci to kind of determine which direction has more likely probability of playing out, make sure to go check out Artie's video over on his channel, The Moving Average. He goes into a nice in-depth kind of little quick tutorial about how to add that bias into the 15-minute opening range strategy. It gives it that push into being an even more profitable strategy. So if you're interested in that, check that out. If you have any questions on this strategy today, make sure to leave a comment down in the comment section below the video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and we will check you guys out in the next one. Thanks a lot.